Hello and welcome to the Video Age. My name is Sean and I am your host on this podcast about things we are nostalgic for and things we are excited to be nostalgic for in the future. Today we have our second episode in the April Showers Bring Me Dreams for Hours. We have The Big Lebowski from 1998. Directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, starring Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, Julianne Moore, Steve Buscemi, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tara Reid, Mark Pellegrino, Peter Stormare, Flea, John Turturro, and many more people. Now, this movie is, like I said, it is directed by the Coens, who they like dreams and dreamy, strange things. I like the movie they did called Raising Arizona, which is a wonderful movie starring Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter, and it is a beautiful love story about a criminal and a cop, and it is wonderful, but dreams play a big part in that. The main character, High, played by Nicolas Cage, has dreams, and his wife, oh god damn it, what's her name? Ed. High and Ed. H.I. Dreams play a major part in that movie, and dreams are a decent sized part in this movie, The Big Lebowski, 1998. I saw this movie probably when it came out to the video store in 99-ish. It was a slow burn for me because I hadn't discovered access to the main thing the dude has access to. It's not White Russians. Those creamy little drinks they're tasty, but oh boy, that's too much, and not a big drinker anymore. No, it's the greenery, but the dude is a dude, and he's kind of the dude. That is Jeff Bridges' character. He is Jeffrey Lebowski, but he goes by the dude because, that's just his name, man. And we have John Goodman as Walter Sobchak. He is a Vietnam veteran, friend of the dude on his bowling team. And we have Steve Buscemi, who is Donnie, the last member of the bowling team, who is just Donnie. He's always a little out of his element and just a little off, but he's trying his damnedest, and he's Donnie. He's a good guy. Julianne Moore plays Maud Lebowski, who is just wonderful in this, and she is, she's very thorough, and she also knows a doctor who is very thorough as well. We have David Huddleston as the Big Lebowski. He is Jeffrey Lebowski as well, and he is a fantastic actor in this. We also have Philip Seymour Hoffman as Brant, who is the Big Lebowski's assistant. And Philip Seymour Hoffman is great. He is playing a nebbish kind of underling. And Tara Reid is playing Bunny Lebowski, who is the Big Lebowski's young wife. The general feel of this movie is a modern stoner noir movie where a bumbling idiot is playing the detective who is on the case, the private dick, as it were. This is more like a private dickhead. The dude he's a stoner, burnout guy in his middle ages, and he just happens into some shenanigans. When I initially saw this in 99-ish, I was definitely burning my way through the classic movies, and I liked the noir movies, when I came across them. When I saw Chinatown, that was, that's not the classic noir movies. It's, a take on them, and it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then I got into more of the traditional classic noir movies, and it's like, oh my god, okay, so you're hired by this person who turns out to be probably the person who is actually the bad guy, or the person you're supposed to be looking into, and they're setting you up to be the fall guy or the stool pigeon, and you got to think fast. You got to be on the trolley. You got to be ready to go. You got to have your bindle ready to go. You got to have a route out of there. I don't know any more terminology. I grabbed as much as I could from the 20s and The Simpsons, but you got to be ready to go with that kind of noir aesthetic. You're always being betrayed, always finding something out, but the person who's finding it out is actually a step behind everybody else. But everybody thinks they're a step ahead of them, and they're finding out things when they're being told they're knowing things. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Much like Jeffrey Lebowski, the dude. He's kind of lost in this world. But yeah, like I said, when I saw this, I had seen some of the movies from back in the day that it was in the vein of, paying homage to, taking parts from, and it also has some great comical performances in it, and it's been one of those movies that stuck. Every movie podcast that talks about movies probably talks about the Big Lebowski at some point, because they probably touch the Coens, which their breadth of work is amazing and vast and incredibly different. It's just, you have Raising Arizona, which is a comedy. You have Miller's Crossing, which is a dramatic movie. You have Barton Fink, which is another kind of dark comedy movie. The Hudsucker Proxy, it's another weird, out there comedy. And then there's Fargo, which is a dark thriller movie that has comedic aspects. And then they did The Big Lebowski, which is a noir movie, noir comedy stoner flick that every dad loves. Then they did Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's like, yeah, let's do a weird musical. Okay. And then they did a full-on noir movie with The Man Who Wasn't There. And they just keep going until they did No Country for Old Men, which is a fucking phenomenal movie. And they did Burn After Reading, A Serious Man, True Grit, Hail Caesar, and The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which is a fucking phenomenal movie. It's great. So needless to say, I could probably go on about the Coens for a little while, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just here to talk about The Big Lebowski. And I'm also here to talk about thevideoage.com. Thevideoage.com, that will take you to our Patreon, where you can sign up, and for $5 a month you get extra episodes and early access to the upcoming episodes. And I'll tell you what, we've been falling a little behind, but we're already got the last few episodes of this month bagged up, ready to go. So you better gosh dang no, if you go to thevideoage.com and sign up, you will get early access to that, and you will also get access to exclusive content, like an episode about Buckaroo Banzai and the adventures across the 8th dimension. Have you ever wondered if Peter Weller was in a weird sci-fi movie that had a sequel novel eventually written some 20 odd years later that has his character be a neurosurgeon and a interdimensional traveler who fights interdimensional beings? Well, that movie is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, starring Peter Weller and every person under the sun. Every single character actor you've seen in a thing is in this movie, and it is a fever dream seeing it when I saw it. Because when I saw it in the early 2000s, and I had seen all these crazy movies from the 80s and the 70s and the 90s and the early 2000s, and I'd seen all these actors all over the place, exploding all over the place. And then I see The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, and god damn it, there's so many different people in this movie, and you wouldn't believe it. Let me just give you a couple members of the cast: John Lithgow, Alan Barkin, Jeff Goldblum. No big deal. No big deal. Anyway, go to thevideoage.com and you will be able to get early access to episodes and extra episodes like The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. So, that's the pitch. Go to thevideoage.com, join the Patreon, $5 a month. You get extra stuff, and you get early access to the upcoming episodes. Thevideoage.com. Alright, now that the hard pitch is over, we are just going to get into the movie. I really like this movie. Obviously, I'm talking about it in April. It's one of my favorite movies. You can just always put it on and it'll just make you laugh your dang ass off. There's memes that people see and use every day on the internets that come from here, and if you don't like it, well, that's like your opinion, man. It's exceptional. So yeah, I like this movie. I strongly recommend it. And currently, when I'm recording this episode, the movie is available on Amazon Prime, but give it 10 minutes and it might not be on there. So get in there and watch it, and maybe it won't kick you off. So before we get into the episode, I will just quickly say next week we have Lady Hawk, directed by Richard Donner, and that is going to be next week's episode, which happens to be just 40 years after the movie was released. Just a little over 40 years after the movie was released on April 12th, 1985, just a few short weeks before I was born. I wonder if there's a reason my mother likes that movie. I don't know. Anyway, next week's episode is Lady Hawk. I don't know what that's streaming on. You can find it. You're big folks. You can do it. I believe in you. Now I'm going to talk about the Big Lebowski. You're big folks. It's Big Lebowski. Here we go. So we start with the narrator, aka the stranger, who is Sam Elliott. And if you don't know his voice, it is smooth dang butter. It also has, said some problematic things, but hey, we don't have to worry about that. We just got him in the movie, and he is just talking about the dude. And he's also telling us that it happens to be the early 90s when we're in the Gulf War. It was the first Gulf War, but this was made before we were in the second Gulf War, so don't worry about it. But the stranger, the narrator, is telling us about the dude and how he's kind of just a guy. Hangs around, doesn't do much. He likes bowling, drinking, and smoking. That's basically what he likes. And he lives in Los Angeles, and that's a place where crazy things happen. And he's kind of a shit, I lost my train of thought. That's great. He's the narrator. He's kind of like omnipresent and can see, beyond things, but he lost his dang train of thought. Anyway, he's the dude. And we see the dude after we see a tumbleweed roll through different parts of Los Angeles, then to the beach, and then into a Ralph's, and then we see the dude. We see Jeff Bridges. He is wearing a bathrobe and some cheap slippers, sunglasses, and he's in a Ralph's, and he is looking for some cream. He is getting some cream for some White Russians. He gets it, and he goes home, and there's some guys in his apartment. And what the hell? And they grab him, and they start beating on him, and they take him into the bathroom and shove his head into the toilet. And where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money? This is great. It's just, the comedy of errors. Everybody gets everything wrong. That's what happens in this movie. That's why everybody gets everything wrong. Everybody screws up. And these guys, they're trying to figure out where the hell the money is, Lebowski. And after they're dunking his head several times, he says, "Oh, I don't know, maybe it's down there. Hey, let me look for another second." Then they start beating him. They don't really beat him up. I don't know what I'm saying. They take him out of the toilet and say, "All right, where the hell's the money? Jackie Treehorn wants his money." Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. Like, I ain't got no wife. I ain't got no friggin' nothing, man. Look at me. I'm the dude, man. And we get some good jokes in here. We get one of the dumb guys looking at the bowling ball. He's like, "What the hell is this? Like, clearly you're not a golfer." And then one of the guys, he pisses on the carpet. "Hey, man, come on." And they leave, telling him, "We'll be back, Lebowski. We want the money, Lebowski." It's like, "Hey, man, I don't have any money." And the dude, he's a pretty chill guy. Even when he's getting beat up and half waterboarded, he just, kind of goes with it. So the dude goes bowling, because that's what the dude does. He's in a bowling league with his friends, Walter and Donnie, and they're making a run for it at the tournament. They're trying to, the league championship is up, and they're playing, and they are bowling for the league championship, and Donnie is up right now, and the dude is telling Walter about what happened to his rug and how the Chinaman peed on his rug. And Walter is just like, "That, you can't stand for that. This guy's wife goes owing money around town, and some guy comes into your place and pisses on your rug. That rug tied the damn room together." And dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. It's Asian American, dude. And hey, Walter, this guy pissed on my rug, man. It's, can't stand for this. And Donnie is trying to catch up, and Walter's just like, "Donnie, you're out of your fucking element, man. You gotta You gotta just stay in your lane, man. This guy pissed on his rug. The dude has gotta get recompense. He's gotta, have somebody deal with this. And to open this scene, I forgot to dang mention the beautiful glamour shots of a bowling alley. It just, this movie makes the bowling alley look beautiful. And there were some beautiful bowling alleys. My hometown used to have one, and now that's where the Quick Trip is. Yippee. I don't mind Quick Trip, but that bowling alley was kind of cool. I wish there was still a bowling alley in that town. But, I didn't go there enough, obviously. And, if I would have gone there 6 more times, it would have stayed open. They said that, but it doesn't matter. But this movie, you get those beautiful shots of the bowling alley, and it is wonderful. After the bowling, the dude is pretty set on going to get a rug from Lebowski, because, somebody's gotta, pay for what happened. And we meet Brant here, played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was a spectacular actor, rest in peace. And he shows the dude around Mr. Lebowski's awards and nice trophy room, and we see the young Lebowski achievers. And then we are introduced to Mr. Lebowski, who is in a wheelchair, and he's like, well, I'm a busy man, what do you want, Mr. Lebowski? It's like, well, you just call me the dude, that's my name, or if you're, not into all that, you can call me El Duderino, whatever, but just, you're Lebowski, I'm the dude. But a guy pissed on my rug. Yes. You called Brant, told him, and he told me. I know what happened. What do you want from me? Well, I need a rug. And Mr. Lebowski is just like, well, every time someone pees on a rug in Los Angeles, I gotta pay for it? What the fuck's going on, man? I don't give a damn. Sir, get a job. The bum's lost. And with that, the dude kind of leaves the office, and Brant eventually meets up with him on his way out. It's like, oh, so how did the meeting go? Oh, good. He said I could have any rug in the house. Oh, perfect. And he gets a rug, and he is on his way out, and they're going past the pool, and that is when the dude meets Bunny, played by Tara Reid. And she is the young, hot wife of Mr. Jeffrey Lebowski. And she is by the pool doing her nails, and she's got her toenails painted, and she's like, blow on them. And it's like, what? It's like, blow on my nails. I can't reach that far. And the dude's like, oh, wow. Well, what about that guy in the pool? Him? He doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist. Okay. And that is Peter Stormare, who is a spectacular actor, and he's in 1,000,001 Things. Look him up if you don't know who he is. Big time Russian guy. Is he Russian? Do I know what I'm saying? Am I drunk? I don't drink, man. Do I? These are Sweden, man. What? See? The more you know. But the dude is like, no, I don't want to blow on your toes. And Bunny's like, hey, I'll suck your dick for $1,000. And he's like, well, hey, I'm just gonna go to a cash machine. All right, see you later. So the dude goes back bowling, and they are in an official league game. And they're just talking, and then Walter sees Smokey go over the line. He went over the line, Smokey. Got to mark at 0. Hey man, what the fuck? I didn't go over the line, man. That's not cool. You went over the line, Smokey. "You went over the line!" Walter quickly escalates to pulling a gun on Smokey, the most chillest guy in the world. And he cocks it and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to mark it 0 or I'm going to blow your brains out." And they mark it 0. It's like, okay, man, that's it. And it seems like they finish up their game and they leave, and the police are called, obviously, but they get away. They don't really have to get away from anything, but they leave, and the dude goes home, and there are some messages on his machine when he plays them. We have Smokey calling and leaving a message. This is presumably the next day. And Smokey's calling. He's saying, "Hey, man, I'm going to have to go to the league. That shit wasn't cool." There is a message from Brant saying, "Hey, just wanted to get a hold of you, talk to you real quick about something. Just let me know whenever you're available." Then there is a message from the bowling league. "Hello, Mr. Lebowski." Then there's a knock on the door, and the dude goes to the door, and it is his landlord who is telling him about his performance. He got the area booked, so he's going to have their performance ready, and that's cool, man. And, dude, it's already the 10th. Far out, man. Far out. Like rent. Oh, yeah. I'll slide that under your door. All right, dude. Very nice, awkward dude. Jack Keller looks like is the actor. After the dude is done talking to his landlord, he goes back inside, and the bowling league commission is the message is wrapping up, and Brant has left another message on the dude's answering machine, and he's saying, "Hey, it's totally fine about the rug. We do not care. We actually want to talk about some other business, and we would send a limo." And then, the dude is like, "Okay, cool." And we go to the Lebowski estate, and the dude is there, and Brant has told him that Bunny is missing. And Mr. Lebowski kind of elaborates. He is in a dark room that is lit only by a fire, and there is sad operatic music playing, and it is pretty over the top. And then, Brant says, "Hey, so, yeah, she was kidnapped, and we're going to do a handoff. So, you'll be the middleman, and we'll just give you this phone, and whenever we need you, we'll call." The dude goes back to the bowling alley because he's got to go bowling, and this is where we meet John Turturro's character, the Jesus, who he eventually made a movie about this character some years ago, not that long ago. Good on him for doing that. But this guy is in a all purple get out. He is dancing. There's crazy music playing, and he is got slicked back hair. He's got a ponytail. He's a real piece of shit. And Walter is talking about how, this guy's a pederast. And it's like, what the hell's a pederast? Kids, dude. Kids. He exposed himself to an 8-year-old man. Not a cool guy. And he is a crazy looking dude. And he's like, "Hey, man, you pull any of that bullshit with pulling a gun on me, you better watch yourself, because I'll take it out of your hands and put it at your ass and pull the trigger till it goes click." And, he's kind of a cold operator, and it's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Then the dude is at home. He is listening to, it sounds like bowling strikes. It's just a ball being thrown down a lane and a strike being struck. And he's just smoking a joint, listening to that on his new carpet. And then he hears something, and it is Julianne Moore flanked by two guys, and the guys punch him out, and he has a little dream about him flying through the sky with a bowling ball, following Julianne Moore on a flying carpet. And he's having this dream, and then he hears a beeping in the dream, and it's the beeper that he had for the pickup. I forgot he had a beeper. I didn't mention he had a beeper, but he has a beeper. So he has this beeper, and he goes to the mansion, and Brant is like, hey, we got the call, so here is the money in the briefcase, and here is the portable phone. It's, the old portable phone, which is a huge battery and a phone. It's wonderful. Brings you back. Shit, I think the dude's car doesn't get stolen yet. Walter is with the dude. He is going to drive him because he has interjected himself into the plan. And Walter has brought a ringer, which is filled with his dirty underwear, which a ringer is, it's meant to look like the bag that has the money, which he doesn't, know that it's a cool metal-looking briefcase versus his old-ass bag full of underwear. But it looks like it's got money in it, dude. That's all that matters. So when we do the handoff, I'm just going to grab one of the guys, beat the shit out of him. We'll figure out where the girl is. Bing, bang, boom. Easy as easy. And the dude earlier had said, he's pretty sure that the girl probably just kidnapped herself, since she owes money all over town, and she knows a bunch of shitty porno dudes, so obviously, easy solve. Going off the dude's knowledge that this is probably fake, Walter has brought a gun, and he is ready to just mix it up with these guys, because since he's not worried about the girl's life, he can just get in there and grab one of the guys and beat the shit out of him to get the information. While they are en route, the dude gets a call on the mobile phone, and with Walter there, he's a little nervous and he's high. And Walter, of course, has to make noise. It's like, well, yeah, we're on the way. It's like, what do you mean we're on the way? You're supposed to be by yourself. It's like, well, man, like the driver. And they hang up. It's like, God damn it, Walter. Will you shut the fuck up? You're fucking me up and I'm fucking up. It's like, hey, man, it's just these fucking amateurs, dude. They're fucking rank amateurs, dude. They're just amateurs, dude. It's like, okay, they're amateurs, okay? Can you just shut up? Okay, man. And they call back. They're just amateurs, dude. God damn it, Walter. Shut up. It's like, okay. You're going to come up to a bridge, chuck the briefcase off, and we will update you with where the girl is. Well, Walter, you're not going to be able to get one of the guys because we got to chuck the friggin' briefcase. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll duck and roll. Then I'll get one of the guys. Wait, what? You're going to... What? Okay, I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to roll out, and I'm going to get him. And I got this Uzi to really make it happen. What the fuck, Walter? Walter rolls out with the Uzi. The Uzi immediately falls out of his hands, spins out of control, firing everywhere, shooting the dude's car up. And Walter rolls into the ditch. Well, the motorcyclists ride off with the fake briefcase, and the dude is like, no, god damn it, Walter. It's like, hey, man, fuck it, dude, let's go bowling. And despite being very upset and worried, the dude goes bowling with Walter with his mobile phone ringing the whole time. This is just so great because the scene is introed with the phone ringing and Walter is bowling and the dude is just, kind of staring off into space, panicked. It's like, God damn it, she's dead, man. She's dead. What, dude? What do you mean? What are you talking about, dude? She's dead. That poor girl. You said she kidnapped herself, man. It's fine. It's okay, dude. Fuck it, man. It's fine. And while they're bowling, Donnie shows up and tells them, it's like, well, they posted when the match is. Oh, hell yeah, that's cool. When's that? It's on Saturday. What? What the fuck? I don't roll on Shober Shabbos. Shober Shabbos. I don't roll on Shober Shabbos. It's like, okay. And the whole time this is going on, the phone is ringing. And the dude is just like, okay, man, I don't know, Walter. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I gotta go, man. This is too fucking much because you're freaking out about the day we're playing, and like I'm worried about this chick. She's gonna be dead because we gave her goddamn dirty drawers, man. So he goes out to his car with his friends, and it's not there. And he also had the briefcase with the money in it in there. Dude, where's your car? I don't know. Fuck. The dude walks off, and Donnie's like, hey, dude, your phone's ringing. Yeah, thank you, Donnie. And we get back to the dude's place, and he's got police there. And there's a young police officer who is very attentively taking down all the notes. And another police officer who is sitting there kind of thumbing through the dude's very large ashtray. Clearly like, this place smells like fucking weed. This guy looks like a weed head who is unemployed, you said? Yeah, currently unemployed. And you're reporting your car stolen with the missing briefcase full of business papers? Yeah. And also stolen rug. There was a rug in the car? No. It was stolen from here. Oh, separate incident. Ooh, very interesting. And while he's talking, the mobile phone he has with him is ringing, and then his house phone begins to ring. You gonna pick that up? Nah, the machine will get it. And then the machine gets it, and right after he had told the police that he had his carpet stolen, Maud is the one who's calling, and she says, I took your carpet, and if you call me back, I will have a limo come get you. It's like, well, there you go. Problem solved on that, and we'll look into the car thing. The dude arrives at Maud's place, and it's kind of weird and quiet, and there's some sort of weird art, kind of Vitruvian man with splatter paint all over it, but feminine form, strangeness on a very large canvas and large empty black hallway that the dude walks down. And then all of a sudden she comes flying down the hallway in a harness, and she sprays paint all over the canvas, and then she's let down, and she is completely naked in this harness, and then she is wearing a big fur coat. And this is Julianne Moore, and she is Maud Lebowski, the Big Lebowski's daughter. She is a painter, artist. She's all the things, and she does feminine art, very vaginal. Vagina. A lot of people don't like that word. Dude's like, yeah, okay. Well, that's okay. And he is fine with her art and the word vagina. He just kind of wants to know about his rug. She's like, don't worry about that. We'll get to that. She wants the money that her father pulled out, the $1 million, pulled out of his charities, because he actually doesn't have any money. He's a broke ass that is on an allowance, which also he gives part of his money to his wife. So the guy, he's broke. He doesn't have money. So he took this $1 million out of one of the charities, and she wants that money back. And she's going to give the dude 10% of the returned $1 million. And he's like, hell yeah, I like that quite a bit. So he's just got to get that money, which he just had. It was in his car. He almost has it. And, well, that's all she needs from him. And, get that jaw looked at. Here's the name of a very thorough doctor. Make sure you go to the doctor. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he gets his wonderful ride back to his place from a wonderful limo driver who is, talking and having a great time with him. Tony, the chauffeur, and they're laughing, having a great time. It's like, hey, who's your friend in the Volkswagen behind us? It's like, what? Yeah, he's been following us for a while. Huh, didn't see him. I don't know. I'll keep an eye out, though. Thanks, Tony. And as soon as he gets out of the limo with Tony, he has a ridiculously full White Russian. He immediately gets grabbed by another limo driver. He's like, get in the limo. It's like, oh, what? Hold on. And he's thrown into another limo, which this is the Big Lebowski and Brandt. They're like, hey, we've been trying to call you. Yeah, I know. Anyway, how are you guys? You're doing good? It's like, yeah, we've been trying to call you because they didn't get the money. Well, man, like, I gave them the money. I tossed it, so I don't know what they're talking about. And, like, I think she kidnapped herself because, like, she owes money all over town, man. And they're just like, yeah, okay, so that's what you think, Here, look at this. It's her fucking toe, man. It's her toe with the same nail polish you saw her putting on, the dude. Oh my God, the dude's like, shit, man. And he's looking at it, and God damn it. He's kind of freaked out. Now what? So he goes home, and he's got a call. It's the police. They found his car. Good news. Hell yes. He's gonna take a bath. And yeah, he is taking a bath at home, smoking a J, and he gets a call. He doesn't get it. The machine answers it, and it's the police saying, hey, we found your car at impound lot, la-di-da. And he's like, hell yes. And then his door gets kicked in by nihilists who have a ferret, and they're like, we want the money, Lebowski. We're going to take your Johnson, Lebowski. They throw the ferret in the water with him. He freaks out. Jeff Bridges he does some great shrieks in this movie. Ah! He's like, okay, cool. So you guys want the money too. All right. The money I don't have. Okay, cool. And he's like, God damn, that guy, he's a fucking nihilist, man. That's the goddamn nihilist. And Flea, oh my God. I know these guys. So, the dude goes bowling after that. And he is talking to Donnie and Walter, and he's kind of freaking out. He's like, man, I don't know. And he goes to grab a drink, and that's when the stranger wanders in. Sam Elliott. He is a cowboy. He wanders in and he talks to the dude, and the dude is kind of, okay, buddy, you're a cowboy weirdo guy. And they kind of don't really see eye to eye, don't really know each other, but kind of get along. They just have a brief little conversation, and then the dude goes on about his day, and he ends up going back to Maud's, which we have Knox Harrington, the giggling man, and I don't know what the hell happens in this scene, but she insists that the dude go to the doctor she recommended, and he does. And hey, just drop your shorts. No, man, I got punched in the jaw. It doesn't have to do anything with my shorts. I understand. Just drop your shorts. Okay, man. He's got his car back from the impound, which there is the great line after it's been, the cop has told him, where they found it and what he's pretty sure happened to it. It's like, well, got any leads? Leads? Yeah, man, I'll go talk to the cops. They got another shift of guys working on this. Leads. Nah, no leads. And he's laughed out of there. And then, while the dude is driving home, he sees in his rearview mirror, he sees a blue Volkswagen. And this is where he is drinking a beer and smoking a joint and driving. Not a good person, obviously. Uh, he sees that he's being followed and he drops the joint and he's trying to be evasively driving, but he's trying to put out the joint and he pours the beer on himself and he's shrieking and he drives right into a fucking dumpster and crashes. It's fucking comedy. This dumb idiot is trying to be a sleuth and he barely manages to survive constantly. After this, he finds evidence of homework from a high schooler in the car. Some kid who stole his car left their dang homework in there. And it's little Larry, whose father is in an iron lung and was also the writer of a show called Branded, which Walter and the dude know. And it's like, well, let's go there and see if the kid has the money. And they get there, and there is a red convertible, their red Corvette, out in front. They're like, oh, god damn it, he already spent the money. So they go in, and they're trying to get the information out of little Larry, but he is not saying anything. He is just stonewalling them. And that makes Walter explode. He's like, all right, Larry, this is what happens. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. And he proceeds to go full Street Fighter on this car, bonus stage round, and just beat the hell out of it. And he's got a bat, so he's got extra power behind him. And, well, he beats the shit out of it. And then the guy who lives across the street runs out. He's like, my baby, I just got this car. Whoopsie doops. Before they left, they were talking about where this place was, where this house was. It's like, oh, it's by the In-N-Out Burger. Yes, Donnie, it's by the In-N-Out Burger. Well, can we get In-N-Out Burger after we're done? Yes, Donnie, we can get In-N-Out Burger after we're done. And the man whose car was destroyed, well, he got the bat from Walter, and he destroyed the dude's car, so the dude's car doesn't have any windows while they're driving home from the In-N-Out Burger, which is a good scene. God damn it. It's one of the drawbacks of living in Wisconsin. I can't have In-N-Out Burger, but I got Culver's, so suck it, Coasties. I think it's on some of the coasts, like in Vegas and stuff, so whatever. Culver's, where the meat can be the cheese. The dude is quickly picked up and brought to Jackie Treehorn, who is played by Ben Gazzara, who is in a million different things, and I'm not going to look over at my computer to tell you what he's in because I'm looking at my computer to not tell you what he's in. But he is a quote-unquote businessman who is a pornographer, among other things. But he's like, yeah, I do, I've done porn and other legitimate businesses, but, we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about where Bunny is and where that money is, Lebowski. It's like, hey, man, just keep feeding me these white Russians. I'll tell you whatever you want to know, man. Oh, no. The dude has been drugged. And when the dude, how this scene intros is a beautiful, nearly naked woman flying into a black void, which is what the screen looks like. It just starts out as blackness, and then a beautiful naked woman comes up into the frame, kind of floating, flying, and then she falls out of the frame, and then we realize that she is, being thrown up into the air and then back down, because there's a beach party and they got a towel and a blanket, and she's bouncing up and down on it. It's cool. And also she's a naked lady, so it's cool. But it's kind of very dreamlike and slow-mo. And then when the dude gets drugged, it's very dreamlike and slow-mo. And then we get the full-on movie, the quote-unquote porno movie directed by Jackie Treehorn, Gutterballs, starring Maud Lebowski and Jeff Lebowski, the dude. Kind of weird that they have the same names. But this is the cool choreographed dance with dancers who have bowling pins as headdresses, and there are stairs, and Julianne Moore is dressed up as a operatic singer adorned in bowling pins and bowling balls. It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's a great descriptor. Very cool. But it is them, and they are doing very romantic and sexual type things, and he is the bowling ball headed towards the pins, going down the lane between the legs of the beautiful dancers, and he is rotating, and he looks up, and his eyes are kind of glazed over, and he's like, hey, this is very cool. It's a very cool scene, very cool. As he kind of starts to regain his lucidity, he is running, and he realizes he is running down, I think it's the Pacific Coast Highway, and he is picked up by Malibu Highway Patrol, or Malibu police, and they don't like him. It's the chief of the Malibu police. It's like, I don't like you crawling around my neighborhoods up here. Jackie Treehorn said he had to have you thrown out. It's like, man, that guy sucks, and you're a fascist. The fuck did you say? Throws a coffee cup at the dude's head. Oh, god damn it. It's so great. It's wonderful. And that's like your opinion, man. This is where that scene is. But the chief of police is like, hey, get the fuck out of here, man. And the dude goes back to his place, and it is fucking wrecked. And he's just like, oh, god damn it. And Maud's there. He's like, oh, hey, what's up? She's like, you want to do sex? And he's like, yep, I do. So they do. And after they're doing it, she's doing all sorts of stretches, and she's kind of curled up on the bed and rocking back and forth. He's like, what are you doing with that? She's like, oh, it helps with conception. He's like, cool, but why? Oh, because I want to have a baby, and I wanted to have it with somebody who I had no interest of, co-parenting with. Fuck. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of cool. And it's like, oh shit, I gotta go. I figured everything out. At some point, we see Bunny. She is in a convertible, cranking Viva Las Vegas, driving around, presumably headed to Vegas, maybe somewhere, I don't know. The dude gets a hold of Walter, and they go, and it turns out Bunny has returned. She was visiting some friends, and everything's A-okay. And The dude and Walter are like, okay, I think Sean's forgetting some stuff in the movie, but that's fine. Fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling. They go bowling and goes fine, except Walter has his ex-wife's dog, and it's been crazy up until now. It couldn't get any crazier until they leave and the dude's car is on fire and the fucking nihilists are there and the dog's barking and everything's happening and there's a big goddamn fight because she's back. We know you don't have her, and if you don't have the friggin' kidnapping victim, you don't have any cards, so we're not gonna fight you. Well, we still want to fight. Okay, fine. Let's go. And they fight, and it's a knockout, drag out. Walter throws a bowling ball and hits Flea in the stomach, knocking him down, and then he bites off Peter Stormare's ear, and then it kind of just ends after that. And what the hell? Donnie's down. Did they shoot him? No, it's a heart attack. He's having a damn heart attack. Donnie dies of a heart attack. Kind of sucks. Then we are at the funeral home. It's like, so you're the bereaved? Yep, we're his friends. Okay, well, here you go. I assume this will be credit card. And they look at the bill. It's like $180. Well, this is the most moderately priced urn we have. That's a bit too much, don't you think, bud? Like, I don't know. Is there a Ralph's around here? Oh, man. They get a dang coffee tin, and they take Donnie's ashes out to the coast, and Walter gives a eulogy that descends into talking about Nam, guys dying face down in the mud. It's like, Jesus Christ, Walter, he wasn't in fucking Nam. And Walter releases Donnie's ashes in a beautiful moment, and the dude gets completely covered with them because the wind blows it right into his face. He's like, Jesus Christ, Walter, everything with you is a fucking travesty, man. And, he kind of yells at him, and then they hug it out and say, fuck it, dude, let's go bowling. And they go bowling, and the stranger is there, and he has a quick little conversation with the dude, and then he talks to us, and he's like, well, pretty good story. I liked it. Didn't like the part where Donnie died. No, none of us did. But, the thing I know that he doesn't know is that there's a little Lebowski on the way. And life's funny that way, Lose somebody like Donnie and you got a little baby on the way. Isn't that kind of cool? I don't know. I have no idea. That's the end of the movie. This movie's good because the dude abides. And, well, yeah, the dude abides. That is The Big Lebowski from 1998. A hell of a movie. I like it. I strongly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. If you can watch it for free, figure out how to watch it for free. And if you have to pay money to watch it, I guess pay money to watch it. But see if you can watch it for free. You could probably get a copy from your local library. This has been our second episode in the April showers. Bring me dreams for hours. And it was a joy. I love this movie. Next week we have Lady Hawk from 1985. So this movie is 40 years old that we're going to be watching. 1985's Lady Hawk. Directed by Richard Donner, who directed the original Superman, starring Matthew Broderick, Rutger Hauer, and Michelle Pfeiffer. It is a hell of a movie. I strongly recommend it because I'm going to be talking about it. So yeah, next week we have Lady Hawk. That'll be our 3rd episode in the April Showers Bring Me Dreams 4 Hours series. So get in, get there, be square, get ready. However you need to get ready. I don't know exactly where that is streaming, but you could probably find it somewhere. And if you can't, just call me up and I will let you borrow my copy from the video store. I'm going to end this episode like I end every episode by saying go to thevideoage.com to join our Patreon, get early access to episodes and extra episodes like the adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension, where I talk about that movie and how much I love it and all the character actors in it. It's a crazy movie. But I'm going to end the episode now, like I end every episode, by simply walking through the time portal that I have and going back to the video store that I own and operate in the 90s in an alternate timeline. Obviously, it's very simple. Let me breathe in very sharply one more time, then I will summon the time portal. Here it is. See you later.